Bueno, 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 bueno. Hola. Tonya Lee here. I'm an intuitive psychic spiritual counselor, physical medium, remote viewer, and automatic writer. How is everyone doing today? It is Sunday. Sunday. June 23rd. I had to think about it for a minute. We got to get back to the grind, right? Get back to the working. Not always fun, but necessary, right? I left a curl down. It's gonna drive me crazy all night. How is everyone? Hello, hello. All right, let me go ahead and get our music started. Y'all know the deal. We'll have to, let me go ahead and light our protection candle. Yay. And then, sorry. Maybe if it's not so together, it won't get, it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug the hell out of me, actually. But it's all good. Let's get going here. Let me get the music going. How is everyone? Hello, Heather. Hello, Laura. I missed a lot of people here. Millie, Peggy, Stacy, Nina, Heidi, Kelly, Casey, Joyce. Hey, Joyce. Aw, I love you too, dear. We are getting ready for the week, aren't we? Getting ready for the week, which isn't always that much fun, is it? But we do have to live, right? Until we can figure out something better, a better way to make money. All right, let's put this here. I've been working on my YouTube channel, so you guys really need to go check it out, because what I'm going to start doing, and I've got plenty more to go backwards on, but I'm going to upload these videos up to the YouTube, so that'll be really, really good for you guys, especially if I connect to mediumship, or you just want to hear your reading again, right? You have a place that it'll be there, and you can save it for other family members to hear and stuff. And I do have some trivia. We got some good trivia here set up. So remember, we got to hit up to 50 before we're even going to get started. So I can get to my, there we go, my list. Here we go. I can't change the way the list is in order. That makes me mad, because I'd much rather have this one first. But unless I deleted everything and restarted, and there's too much right there, we're not going to do that, are we? Okay. Remember, you guys, you have to have share badge in order to participate in the free readings. Now, once we hit 50, I will give away 2 readings, and then I'll do another one in between, as long as we stay up there. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and share where I need to share. So if you guys will volumes here. Thank you. Man, it's hot here in Texas. How about where you guys are? Yeah, it's like freaking hot, 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 hot. So hot. Sorry guys, I'm just doing my shares too. Kind of like what we talked about before, Stacy. So that way it's all kind of coming from the same place. We got to get to 50 so we can get started. And remember, you can donate, okay, guys? So if you do want to donate to ensure that you get a reading, you can. Donations for $11.11 or more will ensure you a reading. Oh, hey Casey, how are you? Nice to see you back. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, while everybody is sharing, hey Casey, give me a shout out wherever you're from. Hey Cheryl, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm missing something. Where's my ring? I took my son and my grandson to the drive-in last night to see that Toy Story, that new one. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute movie. They never fail at that one. That's one that you can always count on is going to be good. We got Canada. We got Louisiana. Illinois, Maine, Charlotte, North Carolina, thank you, Connecticut, Ohio, Tennessee. We're getting to just about everybody here, aren't we? Australia, right there. Where's Australia? Far north. Pennsylvania. We're almost there, guys. I know we can do this. Minnesota. How many Texans in the house? Colorado. He wasn't that crazy about it. I mean, he liked it, but it wasn't like he was ready to go. We didn't make it all the way through Aladdin. Arkansas. And I have to say, Texas baby, I have to say that I was just a little disappointed about the Aladdin, just because you can't outbeat. I mean, Will Smith did a great job, but you cannot outbeat Robin Williams. I'm sorry. Nobody can beat that man. Ohio. Come on, guys. We got to get it up to 50. Kansas. Oh, you were born in Kansas. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. New York. Yeah. Good, good, good. We got another Australian. Hello, Cat. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the same. I mean, if you've never seen the cartoon, then that's an awesome Aladdin. But if you've seen the original, it makes you miss him. Hello, Maria. Hello, hello. Me too. I've lived in, well, not many, but I've lived in a few. Nano, nano. Yes, nano, nano. Yeah, you can't beat him. It's just no way. Just no way. We're almost there, guys. We're gonna hit 50. Hey, Rihanna. Right now, it sounds like only Georgia. So far, we got 2 Texans in the house. Whoo, 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 whoo. Let me go ahead and get the cards out, because we're almost there. Let's get my angels. Hello, Tyler. I think he's New York. So that would be 2 New Yorks. Aren't you New York, Tyler? There we go. We're almost there, guys. Yeah, I was like, oh, I was really, I guess the expectation for poor Will Smith. Just can't. Sydney, Australia. I love them growing over there. I love seeing all the different countries that I'm growing in. It's really cool, you know? It's very humbling. Okay, I will check the PayPal. We are taking donations of $11.11 or more, if you'd like to be guaranteed a reading. Where was that? Quebec. Oh my goodness. Far, far, far. You can do for $11.11 or more with it, you know, but at least 11:11 to guarantee a reading. Another Australian. Oh, I got 3 Australians on. I know. That is like my dream place to go visit. That's like on my bucket list. Has been all my life. Alright, so let's go ahead and we got about 8 more people to go. I'm going to go ahead and pray. Let's get that done. Remember, guys, if you want to have a chance for a reading, you have to have share by your name. And you can only get that by sharing to mind-like groups, okay? Please don't share to other groups that aren't into us. It's very rude. And I hate to have to block you just because you shared it to a group that isn't, you know, spiritual. We don't want to push ourselves on other people, you know what I mean? We, just like we like people to respect what, you know, how we stand and how we feel, we need to do the same for others. But if you share to 3 or 4, I believe it is, to mind-like groups, then you will get the share badge. And if you have the share badge, then you have a chance to, because we play trivia, you'll get a chance to win, a free reading, or a free card, I'm sorry. But my card, I don't know how to do any really short readings. It's just not my nature. Ooh. And then that'll give you that'll get you the badge. Get you to play. Okay, let me go ahead and pray. We keep going from 42 to 47. We are going to start going at 8 o'clock. You guys said you wanted 8 o'clock, so here we are. Try to give you guys what you want, you know? Because it is for you. Let me go ahead and check that PayPal real quick. Let me have that up so that way. All right. We're going to go ahead and pray. For any of y'all that don't know, this is Amazing Grace in Cherokee. Let's get this thing started. Okay, our Father, art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power and the kingdom and glory forever and ever. Amen. I ask that God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, archangels, guardian angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters to please come forth and help me deliver messages of light and love. I ask that all messages be of the greater and highest good, and that if any spirit comes through, that it be for the greatest good and for someone in our circle. I ask you, Mr. Michael, to keep us protected in this circle. Also, please remove any negative energies and keep us safe. All spirits that do come forth, leave no physical impact on my body. I ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Goodness, I almost caught my feather on fire. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and Let's do our first trivia, okay? So, let's do a little angel trivia. How about Mr. Michael, Archangel Michael? What chakra does he help with? Remember, you have to have a share badge in order to participate. What chakra does Mr. Michael help us with? What chakra does Mr. Michael, Archangel Michael, help us with? Nope, it's not heart. Nope, it's not crown. Think about it. What does Archangel Michael stand for? What does he even do? What does he give you? What does he even give you? Hello, hello. No, no, no. Think about it. What does Michael give you? Because all archangels give us something, right? They all do something. Oh, come on, guys. Think about Michael. What does he do? He gives you courage. He gives you strength. So with that kind of stuff, what do you do with that kind of stuff? When you have courage, what do you do? Yes, and protection. Yes. He's not really a healer. That's Raphael as a healer. No, it's not Root. There. Oh. You have to have share by your name in order to be able to play. Oh my goodness, come on guys. There's already a couple of right answers. I just couldn't give it to them because they don't have share on by their name. Thank you. Thank you so much for... You have to have... share. God, some of you are so close. Think about it. Okay. It's a chakra. It's not what he gives you. It's... I want you to think about what he gives you and then correlate that to what chakra would that be. What chakra would that be? What he has to offer? Okay, Lynette got it. Lynette, throat. There you go. Very good, Lynette. Throat. Because when you have confidence and when you have courage, you speak your truth, right? You can speak when you have strength, right? If you don't have strength, you kind of clam up, right? You keep everything to yourself. You stuff everything in. So, yes, throat chakra. A lot of you said heart, which is, you would think so, but that's really Raphael. Because Raphael is a healer of hearts, bodies, minds, and souls, right? But yes, that's what Mr. Michael does. So Lynette, let's see what, ooh, a nasty knot. This card always comes up. Nasty knot. So with a nasty knot, that just means that we're looking at something all messed up, right? We have to change the way we're looking at it because we're not going to get it untied. We're not going to fix it with the eyes and the approach that we're using now. We've got to change that. And the only way you can change that is to step back and try to look at it from a different angle. Okay? But once you do that, you'll see it right away. sometimes we get so involved in trying to figure it out or looking at it that it messes us up, and then we can't see things for what they really are, right? Or people, right? Sometimes that'll even happen that we can't see people for who they really are, which sucks because then we end up having bad people around us, right? But so, my dear, you need to step back and you need to relook at things so that way you can untwist your knot, because it's not as nasty of a knot. It's not as tangled as you think it is. Okay. I'm trying to open up my PayPal here. It's not working very well. That was really good. I hope that resonates and helps. Oh, Lordy. Okay, who's the first one that donated? Mari Ramirez. Now, honey, if you'll go back and I can refund that back to you, or you can go back and put in the right amount. It has to be 1111 or more for a donation reading, okay? Only because when I leave it open, unfortunately, you know, some people will take advantage of that. Okay. All right, I'm going to ask, because I ask this every time. So if you follow me, you know the answer. And the reason why I ask this is because it's very, very good information. Okay? What are the two archangels that were once human? Only two archangels were once human. Who are they? Who are those archangels? They were once human. No, not Michael, because Michael is like the first. There's one of them. What is the other one? You got to tell me both. I'm asking what both of them are. No, they aren't. Michael and Gabriel are of the Bible, but they're not human. They were never human. They were never ever human. Got a really small crowd tonight. Yeah. There we go. Oh no, but you don't have share on your name. See? Ah. Come on, give me both of them, guys. Okay, Cheryl's got it. Cheryl's got it. Very good, Cheryl. Yeah. Now, if somebody else can tell me their Bible names, you can get a card. Tell me their Bible names. And you know what, guys? I know that, don't forget, I'm going to pick 2 people for free readings. Okay? So if you don't know the answers and you don't know this stuff, then, don't worry, you can still get a chance at head games. Okay, we have to, you know, we know to kind of watch out for this kind of stuff with people, right? We are very good about looking out and not allowing people to mess with us sometimes, right? But we play the most head games with ourselves. We sit there. Our ego, Mr. Ego, comes in there and he jacks with everything. So, you need to be very careful, Mr. Ego. Just because you're thinking something doesn't mean that it's your reality, okay? You got to be careful, because he will make you think things are your reality when they're really not. Okay. Somebody give me their Bible names, and I'll draw another card, and then I'll go to Marie. Thank you. Go ahead and get this other deck shuffled. What are the Bible names? I'll give you 3 cards if you can tell me their Bible names. 3 cards. You got to have a share above your name to play, to participate. Hey, 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 ho. Okay, Heather got it. Enoch and Elijah. Very good. Enoch and Elijah. Okay. Right side up. So here's our 3 cards. Right side up, silver lining. Woohoo! So this is a real easy read right here, because once you get things in position, and you can do that, you just have to have faith and you have to do it, right? It's one thing to ask the universe, hey, will you give me this? Will you help me with that? That's easy. But we have to do the work. Once we start doing the work, you know, even though it takes a while, remember there's a silver lining there, that there's always something good. I don't care how messed up the situation is. I don't care how messed up the situation is. There is one thing that's good. You have to find that one thing. I know when I was super depressed with like all that grief and death that I was dealing with, I mean, when I did my gratitude journal, sometimes all I put in there is that I was grateful I had a bed to sleep in, and I was grateful I had a roof over my head, and I was glad I had something to drink. And that was it. It was a bare minimum, because I was so depressed, right? But what it does is it helps you start realizing things. So look for that silver lining so you can have the reward. Woo-hoo! In the end. All right. Marty. Is it Marty or Maria? Marty or Maria? I'm sorry. It is your turn. You are a... Let me pull this up. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Okay. Okay. Can y'all hear the music, or is it gone? Is it too low? Yeah? I know. I just love to meditate to it. I mean, I can get in some deep stuff with it. Put you a couple crystals in your hands. Woohoo. All right. Let's see what we got here. Angel Whispers. Okay. Okay. Right away, connecting to you, I'm feeling like you, you know something's up. Do you play around with your gifts some? Are you playing around with your gifts? Or you're wanting to? You either use them or you're wanting to. I mean, you're in the process of trying to go on a deeper level with your gifts, is what I'm getting at. There we go. Because, okay. The reason why I say that is because I can feel you, and I can also feel a little bit of frustrations, because it sometimes is there and sometimes it goes. And that, you need to know that that is just kind of what it does to all of us, okay? All of us, it does that too. I mean, but the way to get that to flow on a consistent basis is you've really got to get into that meditating, protecting, and grounding. I know for those of you that follow me, I know I sound like a broken record because I'm always talking about grounding and protecting and meditating, but it's so key because you have to be able to get the messages, and you can't get messages if you can't control your mind. You might get glimpses of messages, but you're not going to get the whole message. You're not going to expand yourself to your greatest capacity if you can't control your mind. And you can only control your mind by meditation and practice. Okay? That's what meditation does. It teaches us discipline. It clears us, right? And then we can hear messages. Well, it teaches us how to control our mind. And then... so it's very, very important. You need to really do that more on a regular basis, okay? And know that when your mind is doing those thoughts all over the place, that's grounding that we need to do, right? That just means that we need to ground, okay? Truth. Right away, Spirit is telling me don't use psychic gifts for gain. And what that means is, I mean, not that you can't, I need to rephrase that, because it's not so much using it for gain as it is there's certain gain that we can use it for, right? If you want to connect to a loved one, or you want to help yourself, but we can't do it with money, we can't do it with health, we can't do it for love. I mean, I know there's people out there that can do those kind of things, and if you want that, you can have that. But I'm telling you, for yourself, the truth is the truth. Okay, so don't use it to try to alter somebody's willpower. Okay, because that will always come back to bite you. Not everything is meant to be answered. And remember that, okay? Because if we know everything and we know how everything's going to go, then we don't have no adventure. We don't have no oomph, right? We need that spontaneity. We need that excitement and that thrill, right? With that said, you have to live more here, okay? You're thinking a lot in the future and very focused on the future, which is fine. I mean, you want to have some goals, and you want to, you want to be able to say, okay, this is what I want and this is where I want to go. But then you leave it there and then you work on it, right? Little by little each day. But in that process, you have to live now. You have to appreciate the moment, because that's all you're really guaranteed, right? So when you have that aching on your heart that says, you know what, I should call so-and-so, or I'm thinking about so-and-so, or, you know, you're thinking about doing something, but then you get busy doing something else. Those moments right there, those little brief by moments are what you need to focus on, okay? Because they bring a lot more meaning into life. Ooh. So we're not doing this by ourselves. We're definitely not by ourselves. You got someone in spirit. Are you still with me? I'm not seeing any response. Oh, guys, you don't have to worry about those negative comments, okay? I've got my team, my angels are down there. They'll go away as fast as they come in. Angels are on parole. Angels are on, whatchamacallit? On parole. On patrol. That's what I mean. They're on parole. You better be careful. No. No problem. No problem, baby. Just wanted to let you know. Okay, you've got to, me. I'm getting grandmother. Grandparents. You've got a grandmother. Grandmother, butterflies and cupcakes. Butterflies and cupcakes. Butterflies and cupcakes. Butterflies and cupcakes. Butterflies and cupcakes, does that mean something, butterflies and cupcakes? Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. I need to know if that's resonating, the butterflies and cupcakes. Because I'm seeing like really decorative cupcakes. You love butterflies? Okay. And the cupcakes, was that like a thing? Because I'm seeing very pretty cupcakes. Very pretty. I'm tasting them too. So either somebody loves cupcakes, because I'm seeing, I'm smelling, and I'm tasting cupcakes. Cream cheese frosting. I'm seeing red velvet and vanilla cupcakes. Both have cream cheese frosting. You, there's something you promised her that you would do. That's what she's telling me. She's just saying you haven't. That you haven't There's something that you haven't done that you told her that you would do. I'm trying to see if I can get it, what it is. She's being very stubborn about it. She's like, you know what it is. So, what did you promise? You promised something, and you haven't gone through with it. You need to. Oh, cool. She loved cupcakes. Yeah, because that's what I'm tasting. Is cupcakes. Which tastes really good. Jewelry? What's up with the jewelry? What's up with the jewelry? So did you promise that you would... Okay. No, it's something else. It's something else. There's something else that you promised her that you would do. She's getting very frustrated because she won't tell me. It has to do with jewelry, my friend. Has to do with jewelry. You haven't kept a promise, and it has to do with jewelry. She's not telling me what that is. Is that resonating? Do you know what jewelry stands for? Okay. Oh, you haven't went and got that jewelry? You need to go get that jewelry. You need to go get that jewelry. There, because you need to have that jewelry so when you are missing her, she's saying when you're missing her, you need to hold that jewelry. Trying to see what it is. She wants you to hold it and think of her, and then you're going to feel her. You're going to feel her. See, sometimes when spirit's around, they, you know, everybody talks about the dimes and the butterflies and the birds and feathers, right? Yeah, she won't show me what it is. Not yet, anyway. She's kind of feisty. There's other ways that Spirit lets us know that they're near us, because we'll feel like we'll get those goosebumps, or we'll get that cold chill, or we'll get that feeling that's, you know, something that's across our shoulder or across our face. We can sometimes feel that spiritual hug. It's just kind of like, you know, that overwhelming type of feeling. So she wants you to have that piece of jewelry, so that way when you're thinking of her, you can hold, you'll have it, and then she'll be able to connect through that piece of jewelry with you until you're able to do it otherwise. Yeah, she is very feisty. She was very very adamant. And she's also saying you need to quit beating yourself up about not seeing her. You hold a lot of guilt for that. You need not to do that, she says. She's kind of funny. She just says, "'Cause shit happens." Would she have cussed? Oh my goodness. In other words, she understands. Can I get some loves and likes, guys, please? You need to stop letting that that really eat you up, okay? She's saying that you can't connect with her if you're you can't connect with her if you are feeling that way. You're not going to be able to have a good connection. Okay. Are you okay? Are you still there? I know it's kind of overwhelming. I never know when Spirit's going to hit me up like that. Just gonna, you know, if they want to come in, they can come in. I'm just waiting on their response. What is... Yeah. But you, well, that doesn't, I mean, know that, the best connections are made when you're younger, right? Because grandma is everything. But she's there with you, so don't worry about that. I know you told her that you would come, and you didn't. So that's the part that you don't need to feel guilty about. But you do need to go get that piece of jewelry, like she says, so that way you can have it when you think of her. And then she verified with the cupcakes and the butterflies, okay? So just know that she's there. And that's great, because what that can do... What that's telling me, since you're trying to get into your psychic side, you can use that family connection. It's always awesome to have somebody on the other side, right? That can help us. They can help us more over there than they ever could here. All right. And then source of life, right? This is going to bring you to your source of life. Remember that the actual source of life is love. So it's a waterfall. It's a never-ending waterfall. So unconditional love and unconditional grace. That's got to go. That's got to keep flowing, even when it don't feel like it. You got to still keep that water flowing. You need to really work on that. That will help you excel in your psychic abilities. You're not going to really be able... I mean, some people can tap into psychic abilities, so don't get me wrong. People tap into psychic abilities all the time, and they don't have the self-esteem or the self-worth or the self-love that they should. But I'm telling you, if you want to be, you know, excel in this, then you need to have those, okay? Because it's very, very key. All right? This psychic realm is nothing to play with. There's a lot of, there's more jerks out here than there are really genuine people. But there are a lot of genuine people. But you need to stand firm in your faith and who you are and that self-love in order to dive into it and not let it break you, okay? There we go. And then that'll let you become part of the rainbow, right? You'll be able to, you know, feel that inner connection that, you know, I affect you, you affect me, we affect her, and so forth, and know that we all are one. And then once we really realize that and we make connections with other people in genuine loving relationships, then we come full circle, right? So, but you also got to ground and protect yourself from the ones that don't mean well, okay? So ground, protect, know that we are going to become part of the circle. The source of life is self-love and self-esteem and unconditional grace, right? Well, self-love and unconditional grace, self-esteem, self-worth, all that's going to flow with it. And your grandma's with you. She's verified that on many different things. The ring, the jewelry that you say is a ring, she never showed me, but, and that she's very feisty. Cupcakes, butterflies, and the promise. We need to live in the here and now. Don't forget, just because we're thinking of the future and we're trying to plan, not to enjoy the moment. The truth, not all truth, you know, will set you free. Some of it will hurt you like hell. So make sure that what you're trying to get truth on is something that you really need truth on. And do the meditation so you can get to the point that you can, you know, where you can hear those messages a lot clearer. Okay? Wasn't expecting that one. Let me go ahead and pick a free one. Let me pick somebody that has a share badge. I hope you enjoyed that, my love. Yes, most definitely keep working on your gifts. But I'm telling you, it opens up more the more self-love you have there. And if you would please kindly leave me feedback on my wall, my unique Tonya Lee, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so we need to do one free person. So let's see who has share on their name. Who has share on their name? You gotta have share on your thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Now, when you share correctly, it'll have on there. You have to share to at least 4 Mind Light groups. And they need to be, you know, public groups, okay? And groups that are spiritual, okay? Please don't be sharing to garage sales and all these other crazy sites just to piss people off to get a share. Because unfortunately I have to go back and find out who those people that shared to, and then I have to block you from following me, and I really don't want to do all that. But people get really mad and they send me really bad messages when you guys do that, and I just can't. I can't have that. All right, Wendy Thomas. Smooth and easy. Sometimes we work ourselves up way too much, right? Way too much. It's like half of what you're thinking in your mind that you're going to think that's going to happen is never going to happen. Anytime that you have those crazy, like, I mean, just flooded with those thoughts of things that are going to happen, you need to sit down and write those down on a piece of paper, and I guarantee you, you will see how much that they won't come to pass. I mean, it's just it's impossible for all of them to come to pass. But we think that way just because we, you know, we're programmed. Our ego does that. So we need to always keep ego in check, okay, honey? So that way things are a lot smoother and easier for you. I hope that helps. Let's see. And then we got Bridget. Bridget. Come on down, my love. She donated. Hello. Let's go on to our next song here. No, that'll put me asleep. Sorry. Where is my music? This is not my music. This is not my music. Where's my music at? Here we go. Gotta keep that beat up, otherwise you'd be putting me asleep. Alright. Wendy, what do we have for Wendy? What do we have for Wendy? Messages do we have for Wendy? Okay, got you 9 cards here. That's what Spirit wanted me to pull for you. So I don't turn them upside down. Ready, Freddie? Okay. I am beautiful. So it is. This is key, guys. We really and I know how difficult it can be sometimes to, like the way we look or certain things about ourselves. But it is very key, because what happens is when you don't, then you start eating away at yourself. And we're all guilty of this, because you know what? It's Mr. Ego again. Mr. Ego, he's such a jerk. You got to really keep him in check, because he will go and tell Mr. Fear, and he'll tell his 2 little buddies, and they'll be having this little party in your head, with his 2 little buddies, Fear and doubt and distrust. So you got ego, fear, doubt, and distrust, and they're having a freaking party in your head. And that, what happens is that keeps you from jumping into the hands, to the hands of Source, so that way you can have the unconditional love and grace, the waterfall. So please, I'm thinking affirmations will help a lot. And when you do affirmations, do them in sets of 3s. 3 sets of 3s 3 times a day. Okay, and the one that I find best for me is, I have enough, I do enough, I am enough. I have enough, I do enough, I am enough. I have enough, I do enough, I am enough. It's really a good one. This will help you see your potential, because right now you're not seeing your potential at your highest level. Okay, and you want to. You don't want to not see that, because what will end up happening is your vibration goes down, and we don't want our vibration going down, right? Higher thoughts. That's a vibration. We got to do what we need to do to raise that vibration. That raises our thoughts. Vibration raises your thoughts. Please make sure that you understand that, because that's key in knowing how to look at situations, because you're going to know if your mind is telling you things, then you're not meditating and grounding enough to hear from your guides and your angels, right? So you can't discern what you're hearing is what you should be hearing. So that's why you really need to get to this level, but to do it like like I tell you guys, and I'm sorry, I know it's like a broken record, but that's, you know, meditation. Get you higher consciousness. You got both cards, girlfriend, both cards in the deck. So that's definitely telling you, hey, it's time for you to really meditate. So you can get the awareness. The only way you're really going to get to that level is by raising the vibration. So once you get to that, you start raising the vibration, then you start getting awareness of, you know, for Source and Gaia and the universe. I mean, there's information from so many different places. There's not a right or wrong way to do any of this, except for as long as it's done out of love, okay? So as long as we're doing things out of love, because if we're not doing them out of love, that's when things get crooked. But as long as we're doing things out of love, unconditional love, not just love as you think of it, but unconditional love, right? And there's a big difference, because most people love based on conditions. I'll love you as long as you don't do this to hurt me, right? No, the real deal is that you love someone, you love the person. Their actions are totally different. Now, that doesn't mean you have to put up with those bad actions. You can love somebody and they can be way over there, but you have to love unconditionally. And that will help get you there. Growing. So you're going to be doing a lot of growing as these thoughts start getting higher and higher. You're going to do a lot of growing. And remember, in growing, in order to bloom, you have to shed petals, right? You can't bloom on top of a bloom. You have to get rid of the petals to be able to bloom again. And that's what this is right here. And you've got many of these right here that we need to do. I don't know. I always get this messed up. But it's like the guy in the Bible. I want to say it's Job that wrestled with the angel all night. He wrestled with the archangel all night, right? And he walked away with a limp. But he won. Okay? He won. And it's not about winning the actual wrestle, but he won within himself. The courage, right? All that inner stuff. So there's a bunch of inner stuff you need to deal with and come to terms with. That's going to lead to master healing. It's an awesome card right there. Man, your reading is good. And then you got the Star Child, right? So this is like my favorite one and the most beautiful card in the deck, I think. Because it's like the universe saying, here you go, you know. It's all here for you, but you're going to have to do the work to get it. But here it is. You've got the unconditional love and grace of the waterfall handed to you by Source himself or itself, Gaia and the universe. So if you want this, you're going to have to do some master healing. In order to do that, we're going to have to do some wrestling with our demons. We're going to have to do a lot of growing. We're going to have to pay attention and become more aware of the people in our surroundings and everything. You can't, you got to have a support network. We got to raise our conscious level so we can have higher thoughts, so we can have a better look at our potential and looking at ourselves in the mirror, so we know that we are beautiful and we are worthy, and we can jump into that pool of unconditional love and grace. Wow. That is an awesome reading, my friend. That is crazy. That is really crazy. Okay. Let's do one more trivia, and then we'll do the group reading. Remember, guys, if y'all want to purchase a reading, if you purchase it before the live starts, you get 3 extra cards. So it doesn't matter what it is, you're going to get 3 extra cards. I hope you enjoyed that, Bridget. I hope that resonates with you. You're very welcome. If you could kindly leave me feedback, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Let me grab a stone. All right. I got a stone in my hand, and it would actually be a great one to help Bridget with that reading that I just gave her. What stone would it be? If you were to tell her what, after listening to that reading, what stone would you tell her to get to help her achieve that reading? Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad, honey. All right, come on, shares. Not aventurine. Amethyst. Kayla got it. Amethyst. That's right. That's the stone you want for that kind of stuff right there. Because this right here wraps up everything. And amethyst, you can use an amethyst. This one's kind of cool. Do you see the little dots in it? I don't know what that is. I mean, you see? It just kind of came that way. I have two of these. This one doesn't have dots. But I hold them in my hands when I meditate. And you talk about fly high, flying high again. I mean, I really do. I fly high. But yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Little spots. But amethyst is a stone that you can use. It's a universal stone, right? So you can use it for anything. But especially when you're trying to do as much self-work as that reading would call for, I would put a clear quartz with it just to amplify it, and a rose quartz. So if you had a rose quartz, a clear quartz, and this, you're rocking and rolling, girlfriend. But if you can't get all those stones, all three of those stones, at least get the amethyst. Okay, let's get you your card, and then we'll do our group reading, okay, guys? Remember, the group reading is for everyone, and trust me, it will resonate with you. Okay, the F word. You got the F word. You have to do the F word, my friend. What is the F word? Do you know what that F word stands for? What's that F word stand for? Can anybody tell her what that F word stands for? These cards back in the deck. What's the F word stand for? Nope, not faith, but faith is a good F word. It is a good F word. You have to be able to participate. You have to have share. Nope, not family. Not follower. Very good. Forgiveness. That's right, Annie. I'm probably not saying Arlie. Probably not saying your name right. That is right. You have to. It's forgiveness. So you've got to dig deep and forgive, honey. You can't hang on to any. I mean, we have to forgive. Everybody thinks about forgiving about, it's just about some bullshit that happened when we were a kid. Yeah, that can be some of it, but it's not always. I mean, every day we have to forgive each other, or we have something, or every other day, or at least twice or 3 times a week, we got something we got to forgive somebody for, or ourselves, right? It's very important to forgive ourselves. It's very key. So, do the F word, baby. Time to forgive. All right, let me pull the group cards. Y'all ready? Ooh, it's fixing to storm. I don't think you guys can hear that, but it is fixing to storm. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see how many cards I'm going to pull. I just pull until the spirit tells me to stop. So there's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I got 12 cards. How about that? Now, you guys, if you can't resonate with some cards out of 12, I don't know what to tell you. You're lying to yourself. That's all I can say. There's no way in hell you can't resonate. Okay. We have to love what we are looking at in the mirror, right? We have to be in love with ourselves. You can't love me unless you love you. You just can't do it. You'll love me in this materialistic, conditional way that you're conformed by society, but it won't be unconditional love, which is what I need from you. Because if you're not giving me unconditional love, then I don't need anything from you. Because you're hurting me, you're not helping me. That's the same thing for yourself. If you're not giving yourself unconditional love, you're hurting yourself more than you're helping. While I'm doing this group read, if you guys could please give me likes and loves over there, I'd greatly appreciate it. So, let's work on that, guys. I am beautiful. The same cards as she just that we've already seen tonight, right? We have to be able to have that self-empowering. We have to empower ourselves. We can, once we do that, then we have our, our angels and our guides and our source, and we can use their energy, and then we're empowering ourselves like all the time. We can just, it's like the waterfall. I tell you guys time and time again, it's a waterfall of grace. So that's exactly what it is. But you have to be able to do that, because if you stop and you beat yourself down, or you're expecting someone else to do it, then you're just going to go around the same old mountain and not get shit accomplished. Health. Okay, now, health can be 3 things, right? It could be our mind, body, or soul. And I say all 3, we need to do a self-inventory check, okay? If you know that you don't have your health in line, I don't need to dictate to you and say, oh, well, you have diabetes, oh, you have this, oh, you have that. Man, you know what you got wrong. You know what you're doing and what you ain't doing. I know I'm not eating the right foods. I wouldn't be chunky. I wouldn't be, a full plus girl, right? Or full figured, or whatever we're called. That's just reality. So if you know what is going on in your life, then you need to be, where's my likes and loves? I don't stay motivated unless I see those likes and loves. It's crazy. I'm giving you a free group reading. Likes and loves, guys. You have to be able to tell yourself what you need to improve on. Don't just depend on somebody else to tell you. And it's not just about health things, your body. What about your mind? What are you feeding your mind? What trash are you listening to? What are you watching? All that shit matters. It matters what music you're listening to. You're like, oh well, no, it doesn't. I just like the beat. I don't really care about the words, but it matters because it's going into your subconscious. I mean, it's your conscious mind. I mean, it's just soaking up everything around you. So we need to pay attention to our health. This is going to be what brings joy, and joy is the most awesome feeling of it all. We have unconditional love. We have joy, and then all else flows. All else flows, because behind joy is happiness, peace, inner peace, clarity, our gifts, happiness. I mean, any positive word you can come up with is going to be underneath joy. Joy is going to be top. It's going to be love, unconditional love, joy, and then everything else. But you got to have your intention right. You can't sit there and have a negative intent, because if you have a negative intent, it's going to come back and bite you, and karma is going to come back. Okay? And we do enough that we have to pay for without having to add to it, right? I know I have. I mean, I wasn't no angel in my in my mid-20s, right? So, but I've gone backwards and I've dealt with that kind of stuff, right? And I've come to terms with it. And now everything has to be positive intent for me going forward. That's what liberates us. That's what breaks us from who we were to who we are. We need to break from who we were to who we are. All these cards right here, positive intent, the joy, the health, the self-esteem, the self-worth, is what these things, dealing with these things and getting them out of the way, is what gets us here to be liberated. But once we get liberated, the shit ain't over. We never grow to our fullest capacity, because there's just way too much out there. It's too much that we can grow from, too much that we can learn from, too much different stuff that we can take in. No, anybody that says, oh, I got it, I know what's going on, I'm done, I don't need to learn nothing, you better run the hell away from that person, because that is an egotistic, narcissistic person, because we can never know it all. Never, never, never. Once we are liberated, that's what does gets us to our path, right? Our life path. Our purpose in life is to find our meaning. Our meaning of life is to give it away, right? So once you're liberated from all this past, now we're moving forward. So we're not talking about past stuff. So now we got to find our life path. The orbs of light. That's our angels and our guides, right? So now we're able, because we're liberated from all that past shit, we're able to connect. And then we get the key. We get the key to connect. But we still have to deal with our... there's still things back there that we're going to have to deal with, or all that stuff that we just stopped is going to come back and haunt us. Unless you go back and fix what got messed up in your past, it's going to keep coming up time and time again. There's no way to avoid that. So you have to go back and deal with your past. That's going to clean up the karma, whether you've done something bad or something's been done bad to you, or both. It doesn't matter, but you have to purge to make room for something new. You can't have anything. You can't add. There's only so much you can add on top of yourself, right? And then pretty soon you're full of it. You can't add no more. That's when we deal with the dark. Why? Because some of us have a lot of dark that we have to go through and release, because we've done some shitty things. But that's okay. I mean, nobody's perfect. Just deal with the shitty things. Deal with what you did. Forgive yourself for it. And move on. Okay? But you have to deal with it. You can either deal with it now, or you can deal with it on your deathbed when you're sitting there freaking out because you're about to die, or you can deal with it up in heaven when you got, the angel sitting there staring at you in your face. At least if you deal with it here and you come to terms with it, you won't have to won't have to feel, you know, because we have to feel everything that we've done to other people, so you won't have that. Your fast forwarding will go a lot smoother for you, okay? And then talking smack. Okay, talking smack. What's talking smack? That's all that a lot of you guys do. And I'm just a blunt, honest person, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody. I'm not meaning to. But when you're talking about, oh yeah, I should meditate more. Oh yeah, I should ground. Oh yeah, one day I will do this. Blah blah blah. Or you know what? I try, but that shit don't work for me. I just can't do it. It doesn't work for me. You know, it's like, do you not see that there's one way to go through the door? You can't climb on top of it. You can't dig a tunnel underneath it. You can't go around it. You got to go through the freaking door. To go through the door, you have to obey. You have to do certain things. So if you want to go through the door, quit talking shit and go through the door. Do the work that it takes to get there, to get inside there. Because then once you do that, then you're going to be in bliss. And you're going to be able to ascend. And then you're going to be able to grow. And then you're going to ascend it more. And then you're going to grow. And then it's going to start, then pretty soon you're going to start flying. So quit talking smack. Do what you know that you need to do. Okay? We're going to have to deal with the dark stuff. Because we have to deal with the karma. We have to deal with what we've dished out. And what has been dished out to us. Because none of us have lived a perfect little life where we haven't hurt somebody. So we all have some karma we need to clean up. So we got to go backwards and deal with the inner child. Inner child is key. If you want a happy life and you want to grow in your gifts, inner child. Or you want to have not just grow in your gifts, but if you want to have a life worthwhile, you're going to have to deal with your inner child. You're going to get messages from Source, your angels, because you found your life path. Why? Because you got liberated. How did you get liberated? You kept your heart pure. You're doing positive intent. You got joy. Joy, joy, joy down in my heart. You took your health, your mental health, your heart health, and your body health seriously and made some changes. Because you know you're beautiful and you deserve it. And you've fallen madly in love with yourself. Unconditionally. Psh. Woo! That was a rough reading. Sorry. Talking smack card. And you know, guys, anybody that really follows me and knows how I read knows that once I get on a roll like that, that's spirit talking to you. That's not Tonya, that's spirit. Alright, so that concludes tonight. Remember, if you guys want to donate and purchase a reading before the live, you'll get 3 extra cards, okay? That's just so I can kind of keep up with who I have and stuff like that. So I give you a little bit of incentive to do so. And then if you'd like to book a private reading, you can. You go to TonyaLee.com. I've got now anybody that's waiting on your crystals, they are going out tomorrow and Tuesday. I've got everything set up with the post office. I did not realize how tedious that was. Okay, because I didn't do some paperwork and stuff. So I've got all that taken care of. So it will go out Monday and Tuesday. Only because I can carry so much at a time. But those will be out. That's everybody that ordered up to last week. If you ordered after the new moon or after the full moon, then your stuff is being made now. Okay? Remember, you guys have to give me time to make your bracelets, because I'm thinking of you when I'm making them. I'm manifesting with you. I'm putting intent for you. So it's not just something that I just throw together. So if you're wanting to buy a bracelet, that's just something, I have those stretch bracelets. You can order those and get those out right away, because I just make those custom. I mean, I don't make those custom. The anklets and the other bracelets I do. You can order those, but I only make so many of those stretch bracelets. I only make so many of anything. Why? Because I'm unique, and it's unique jewelry, right? What else? Remember, I'm going to go live tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, right? Sunday through Wednesday, live. This week we're doing 8 o'clock. Hopefully that works better for you guys, okay? Please like and follow me on, subscribe on YouTube, because I'm going to, like this video, I'm going to download. So, if you get a reading, it's really kind of cool because you can go back and you can clip it. And then you'll always have a copy of your reading. Because it's kind of hard to find it on my page, because everything gets flooded down, you know, with comments and stuff. So please, please, please go like and subscribe. I'll also be doing some personalized videos pretty soon. We got so much coming. It's so many different things, and I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and letting me be a part of your journey. I love you guys. Namaste. Hasta luego. Dios quiere. Okay? Much love. Hasta luego.